Because
can you prove it?
Well, no.
Okay, so why are you making a claim? It's an active claim.
It's a possibility, right?
No, it's an active claim, which is...
And it's
not a possibility.
It's possibly true.
Do you know why it's not a possibility?
And if it's possibly true...
No, it's not possible true.
Why is it not possible?
Because if the universe is a possible existence, then it cannot explain the existence of other possible existences.
If there is a necessary...
Did you get that? Do you understand that?
Yes, I'm asking you a question in return. If there is a necessary...
No, but can you address that first?
This is what I'm trying to do with the question. If there is a necessary being or occurrence, and that entails another...
Which is what you admit.
And that entails another occurrence.
No, it doesn't entail...
and if it does...
No, it doesn't work like that.
If I may just... I think the confusion is... Firstly, I don't think all things require putting into a logical syllogisms. I don't think it's necessary.
They do if you're going to say they're
it does when you're making contrary positions. A sentence could say that this sentence is false. It creates a contradiction within the sentence without it being a logical syllogism.
Yeah, but again, that is logically false.
I'm merely pointing out that there are ultimately only two possibilities to basically anything that you might observe which is finite, limited, and what have you, which is either it was the result of something more fundamental than it, or something that is prior to it. And if you ask, well, what was prior to it, anything, or what is more fundamental to anything, either it's something that's like itself, as in something finite, limited as well, or something not the case, not finite and not limited. So I'm saying that if we go down the pathway of just constantly insisting on there's a continual chain prior to this existence of finite, limited things, nothing would exist, because that would cause an infinite regress fallacy, and thereby the contradiction is manifest. As opposed to ultimately at some point saying, well, actually, you know what? At some point, I don't know where, but at some point there was a beginning, or there was something that was not finite, whereby it doesn't have limitations. And just to kind of justify to you, limitations requires explanation. Something that doesn't have limitations doesn't require explanation, because there's no limits for it to be, there's nothing to create its limits for it to be explained by something else.
No, it still requires explanation.
No, because
absolutely.
Colin, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, I want to make a very old, simple observation that if you say God created it all, the next obvious question, of course, is who created God? And Colin, nobody has given a very satisfactory... Please let me finish. Let me finish.
Sorry, apologies.
And the second one is, as I say, you are talking the language of certainty. What we have learned in the course of my lifetime is that the origins of the universe have been pushed further and further back in time. It's a fascinating study. I don't pretend to understand more than the average man in the street about it. But to say that we clearly understand the nature of creation seems to me extremely arrogant, and to pretend that you can speak